dat, who dat?
What's up, YouTubers? Who Dat Pat? Yeah, it's been a little bit since the last time I filmed something. Yeah, me and my daughter went to the World War II Museum. But before we get in the video here today, I just wanted to say this. My heart and prayers will go out for those who were affected by Hurricane Ian. That hurricane was just absolutely devastating. Made a lot of damage out there, and it's still making damage as we speak. So from our family to yours, our hearts and prayers are with you, and may God bless you through this hard times here. So how's everybody been doing? You notice I got a new camera here. You probably see a little difference in my filming a little bit. Yes, a GoPro 9. So that's a story behind that one also. My gosh, I have been busy. Let me tell you, there's a lot of things that has been going on. It's between work and then just everything at the house. We've been kind of making some new changes in the kitchen a little bit. Miss Who Dat Ray's been having me busy in there because husbands, y'all know what I'm talking about, and wives, you too. Yeah, I've been doing some stuff. We got a little upgrade in the kitchen, so but yeah, it's been hectic, and I haven't been having time to get out there and film, which now today I do have time to do it. So last week I started working here at the Mortuary last Saturday, and of course I did it last night. And speaking of the Mortuary, which brings my video for you today here, did you know that the Mortuary is 150 years old? This building's been around for quite some time. Let me tell you, a lot of people visit this building during Halloween. I'm talking thousands, and probably thousands don't know that it's actually haunted, which we're about to go ahead and visit this place here. Let me tell you, I have a lot of stories that I need to tell you. I mean, they're starting from the top floor all the way down to the basement, and I'm hoping I'll talk to the owner here, Jeff. Jeff is the owner of the facility, and hopefully he'll let me film down there, because let me tell you something. Down in that basement, there's something down there. I don't know what it is, but it is something down there, and I will love to share my stories with you. So, if this is your first time, you know what to do. You got to hit that subscribe button. You got to ring that bell for notification, and let's go check out this 150-year-old home here. Well, for those who are wondering, this is located right here off of Canal Street, 4800. Hello, my dear.
How are you?
Oh, just doing a little filming here. And here's the front. There's the blood drive. If you give blood, you will get in for free. He's got him a little moped there. You can see some of the deals he's got up in the front here, some of the statues he has. Now, I don't really have any stories up in the front of this building, and I'm not saying I don't, but there may be some individuals who may. But as long as I've been here, I do not have any ghost stories that happen actually in this front part of it. We're gonna kind of get back to this area again here. I want to point something out to you. When the house first opened back in 2007, the top floor was not made just yet. There was just some beams. They still had the floors still needed to be put in, but the beams of the house was there. The only floors that were active was really the first end right here, which they call the basement, which is ground level. Now, of course, at the night, there's always police officers here watching the crowds and making sure everyone is staying safe. It's towards the end of the night, one of the officers of New Orleans here had spotted something, and it was a young girl standing right up there in that window. And when he went to go tell one of the workers, because you know, the workers here were fairly new to it, when he told them about it, they ran upstairs, and when they went up there to go look, there was nobody there. This is kind of all the t-shirts that they actually selling this year. You can get anyone from the Mortuary. Now, they don't have every single one of them here, but you can order them and they'll actually send them to you. I do have a few of them myself already. But yeah, these are great. Look at some of these, and some of them were at Screen Park when they were at City Park. And you could see all the originals that are on there. As you can see, the entrance here, the line, the queue line when people come through, when they have some stage actors there. This is where you can buy your t-shirts, and you enter right over this way. You go down this way to the front to get inside the house. Well, let's try a little bit, and let's see if we can actually get in there and film a little bit. So this kind of lets you know, this is my scene. Yeah, she's screaming there. We did get permission to come in here and film, so we're gonna go downstairs. We're gonna kind of talk about some of the encounters that have come across here. Yeah, it's a little dark down here. I may have to change my setting to night vision. So let me kind of get into this part right here. When the house first opened, this scene right here, there's a window. If you could probably see it from right here, there was a bed that was right up in here. We had one of the actresses right here, and of course the people come from this direction. Somebody was on the outside tapping on the window. Now you can't get it from the outside, and there was nobody else other than the young lady here waiting for people to come in so she could scare them, and somebody kept tapping on that window right over there until she screamed out really loud, "Stop it!" And then all of a sudden it stopped. Man, it's interesting to know things like this that happen here. We're getting ready to head into the real embalming room here of the mortuary. This is the body bag room. Now, before I get into this room I'm about to go into, me and my wife were doing a real ghost investigation here, and as we were walking through here, so I was about to take a step. They had a curtain here. I remember correctly, there was a curtain here. As I was about to take a step here, something growled in my face. I turned to my wife over to this side, and I said, "Did you just hear that?" And she says, "What, that growl?" And I said, "Yes." And the crazy part was, I did not catch this on my EVP recorder either. Just to kind of let you know that there's hardly nobody in the building. I think there was only 3 or 4 people in here. This is the real embalming room. This is where we actually had a lot of encounters of people getting touched. Of course, I had the growl right here. Now, you've probably seen this location on Taps, Ghost Adventures, and if you pay attention to the paranormal world, John Zaffis. We were actually doing an investigation with Mr. John Zaffis here one night, and John was somewhere over this way, and I was standing approximately about right here. Of course, there's a night vision camera that stands right over here. We could watch it. Always eyes watching. As we're here doing investigation, the guys from up top come running down. As they came running down, they said they had noticed a dark shadow came from this direction and came over this way right behind me. Now at the time, I did not see anything, or did not even feel anything, but they said they had seen a dark shadow that came from this corner here and walked all the way down here. If there's anybody in here, let your presence be known. I am recording you. You can make a sound, you can tap. Do whatever it takes. I don't know if that was upstairs or not. I heard a knock or something. That's upstairs. Just to let y'all know that there are kids or children, ghosts that actually run through this building, and not just adults. This is kind of one of the other rooms here. I actually have another story here. Let me kind of get into the light a little bit if you could definitely see me. So this room here, one night we were actually doing an investigation, and behind me there was a shelf right over, I believe it was on this side here, and there was a mannequin head similar to something like this here, and there was 3 of us in this room, and we was actually sitting down. When we were here asking a couple questions, we was asking them, who's here? What are you doing here? And all of a sudden, the damn mannequin head that was on the shelf fell down and rolled and hit me right here in the chest. Scared the living crap out of me. I'm just gonna put it that way. Scared the crap out of me. I have never experienced anything like that. And I'm not saying that, can't say if it was actually haunted or not, but if it was, it's pretty creepy to say that. I decided to come back down into the basement a little bit more. Let's go back this way. Oh. There's our famous hallway. This is the crypt here. This was actually dug out underneath the first floor here. I don't know if you could see it very well, but see if I could turn a light on for you. So this right here, one year they had said that they had seen a little boy running around in here. And I believe his name is Daniel. I'm not sure what was that, but kind of want to point out something. One year, I used to be right up in this hallway scaring people, and the guests were coming this way. As they were coming in this way, we actually had a curtain that was right off to this left side here. Well, what happened was the guests always go this way, but there was a gentleman about as tall as me had went through this door, but there was nobody standing there when I went through to go find him. Of course, this is the main stairwells of the haunted mortuary. One night, me and a friend here, we were acting, and of course, again, I was standing right over here by this hallway here, and I heard footsteps coming up these stairs here. Well, I went back to my scene to go hide, waited a couple seconds, didn't see anything, or I didn't see any people coming through, and I went over here. My friend was staring down at the stairs, and I asked him, "What's wrong?" He goes, "There's nobody there." I was like, wow. Yeah. Strange occurrences have happened in this building. I know this room is a little dark, but I kind of wanted to point out something here. Let me kind of put my bag down. This is what they call the seance room. Now, this room right here is very active. Many activities have happened in here. There was actually a table that used to be right here in front of us, and they said at one time 2 children were actually used to run around and go underneath the table and hide from people and start laughing and playing around with the guests, the actors that was actually in here. And then last night, one of the actresses that was actually in here performing said that she had felt something tugging on the back of her costume right here. And of course, there was nobody around her at the time. All right, we have Lance here, one of the workers. Lance, you've been here, since what?
07.
Since 07, yeah, and you have many experiences inside this building here, huh?
Yeah, a lot. But one of the experiences I just thought about as I'm doing what I'm doing right now, we had this little motion sensor that we won at a trade show that was a door prize. And basically this little motion sensor, you recorded a saying on it, or like scary sounds or whatever, and when the motion sensor would get activated, it would basically play the sound. Well, we was joking around because we had this girl that used to work here, and when we was looking on the camera one night, she was going to town digging in her nose. And so we was saying, and we like, "Oh dude, we ought to put that thing where the girl works at," and my brother picked it up, and he's like, he hits the record button, and he's like, "Quit digging your nose." And so he let the record button go. So then when we played it back, it said, it said what my brother said, "Hey, quit digging your nose." And like right after that, you heard clear as day, "No." It was
wow.
strange.
Holy smokes, Lance.
Yeah.
Wow, man. All right, kind of tell us a little bit about some of the experiences here that actually happened.
So let's see, I was working in the basement and I seen a little boy run out. Thought a group was coming and waited a little bit. No group came around and the little boy disappeared. I thought it was part of the group.
Holy smokes. Yeah, we were just talking about the little boy inside the seance room upstairs. So yeah, Daniel. So me and Lance, we were talking about it. I just got Lance on film, and we were talking about it a little bit. And last night, Monica was up there. Something was actually tugging on the back of her costume right there.
I had something grab my hand before.
Yeah, just kept tugging at it and just kept trying to pull it off of her, and she told him to stop it. So yeah, it's crazy, man.
That's about it.
Yeah.
So, last night we were all up in the costume room. I forgot who all was in there.
Yep.
But we were just, gonna turn on our costumes, and the lights just go off. And nobody touched a light switch or anything. It just went off. And
wow.
We were all looking around like, and then it just came back on.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, none of us turned anything off too. It was like so.
So you're speaking of that, last night the fire alarm had went off.
Mm-hmm.
inside the building here, Kenny. I know you was right there by the stairs. The fire alarm went off in the entire building. Nobody knows how it went off, but it went off. Everybody, yeah.
We're under the assumption that it could have something possibly to do with the new fog machine that we have.
Okay.
But the fog machine that we have is certified by the California Fire Department,
Okay.
which is the most strict one in the country,
Right.
to not go off. So
Wow.
set off in the fire alarm. So the only thing they can think of is that something else set it off.
Wow.
So what set off the fire alarm?
Yeah.
And because that's the only thing we've added is that new machine, which is certified. So who knows why it went off? And what it comes down to is, like everybody's been saying, since we started in this building, we've had strange things happen. And I mean, you know me, I'm 1,000% skeptic. I'm totally skeptical of all this stuff, and I'm not scary. So everything that's happened here, everybody else runs away from it, and I run to it. But I've never actually had anything like touch me or and I've never ever had anything make me afraid. Like, so I don't think there are any poltergeists in this building, because I just don't think, they're the ones that are in this building want us to see them like, hey, we're here. And I think that's more about what's going on.
Poltergeists are there's a lot of different theories about what usually it's like kids who are projecting their feelings. But it does mean noisy ghosts can hurt. But I think what we have here are more like just people hanging out, and they just kind of pop in to see what's going on.
Yep.
The last thing that happened that I know for sure happened. You guys remember we had King Cake Pub here?
Yes, I do remember that. Yes,
2 years
yeah.
ago was the last time we did.
Do remember that? Yeah.
Well, there was a lady who walked in with a little girl. Children, here we go again. And the little girl was standing with the mother. Next thing you know, the little girl goes in the corner. The little girl's talking. And I'm standing right behind her. And the lady, I can hear the lady say, "Come over here, what's the matter with you?" She says, "I'm talking to this little girl." And her mom was looking, "What little girl?" Oh. She said, she's like, "Right there, the little girl." And she's like, "Well, there's nobody there." She says, "Well, Mama, I'm talking to this little girl," and she's talking back.
Wow.
And when she did that, I come walking in the room, and the little girl's still standing there. They talking, they having a conversation.
Wow.
And finally the mom comes, look, and she grabs what she does, I guess. And then I explained to the lady, I said, we have children here that we have children ghosts here. And she went, OMG, out the door.
You know how they have the Bloody Mary hallway, like the motion sensors thing, where like
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. Well, I kept hearing it go off, and I kept like peeking in, seeing nobody. So I think the ghosts were fucking messing with me, because every time like I hear it, there wouldn't be anybody. So I'd get like a bunch of false alarms, and then when somebody was coming, I'm like, oh, it's nobody. And then they'd come in and be like, what? So
Last night the inside the seance room we were talking about that. So what happened was the bed is supposed to be motion activated, right? So the bed only goes off when somebody actually goes by it. Well, that darn thing kept going off all night for some reason. Yeah, it just kept going off all night. So I don't know why. You're seeing, my dear. Yeah, it kept going off last night. So it was going off quite a bit last night. Yeah. Yes.
and I'm working there tonight. So it's nice.
Yeah.
It went off like 5 or 6 times before we even started the night.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, me and William here, we are going to kind of go up. This is his scene here. Music is playing, so kind of be careful, copyright strike. It is playing, so we're going to kind of go up this way. But he's going to kind of go over the part that he had gotten touched here, or somebody grabbed your hand or something. Yeah?
So this is where I was standing,
Okay.
and I seen a little boy run out right there, look at me, stop, and run back.
Wow. Holy.
And you can always tell when somebody's coming because you hear them coming down the stairs.
Right.
Right here, where I seen it.
Okay.
You
Man.
can always tell when somebody's coming.
Exactly.
Didn't hear
Wow.
anything. Hurt.
Okay.
and something grabbed my hand. Can't say for sure it was an actor or not, but there was nobody around when I looked.
Holy smokes.
And the only other thing,
Wow. Wow. Jeez. Stories are great. Yeah.
this comes unlocked by itself.
Holy.
And I don't know the code.
You know, this was part of the escape games that they actually had. And of course, in order to get that, you actually have to go through the game in order to get the code. Of course, when you're in here acting, you don't know it, I don't know the code, and I mean, and then all of a sudden that comes unlocked.
Somebody might know it, but I haven't seen them down here to know it.
And it's on there pretty good though,
Oh,
huh?
yeah, it ain't coming off.
Wow, that's amazing, man. That is.
10,000 possible combinations. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Jeez. Wow. All right, everybody, that is going to end the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, I enjoyed everybody's ghost stories there. Well, I guess this Who Dat will catch you on the next one. It's time for me to suit up and get ready to scare people. This Who Dat will catch y'all on the next one. Bye for now.